Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading chapter 4 and 5 of Empty Promises, a Bloody Painter's Love Story. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and fiction's out there. Until then, let's get started. It's been a year now since that mass psycho, who I now call is the Bloody Painter, killed everyone but left me alive. That night still confuses me. Why did he kiss me? Why was my life more discarded to be saved while the others weren't? But why did I kiss him back? All these questions were running through my head. When I wasn't questioning anything, I was thinking about Helen and how he just disappeared like that. I never got to see him again. I suppose he knew where the killer was and got scared and moved away or ran away. Either way, he isn't here now. I miss him badly because of it now too. After the incident, I got homeschooled, and my parents were paranoid that the killer would come back and finish the job. That only matters worse, though. One night, he came back. He killed my parents and kissed me and then left again. I live on my own now. I have a part-time job at a local store. I get enough to survive on. I lock my windows and doors every night, but every day when I wake up, my bedroom window was always open. One night, I got a bunch of cameras and placed them all over my room, making sure that there was no corner being watched, just to be sure. As I slept the following night, I felt paranoid getting to sleep, but I slept eventually. I had a strange dream. It was me and Helen hanging out like we did after the incident with Tom. We did some drawings, comparisons, and we chatted about whatever. It was when I realized how much I miss him. He was my best friend, and yet I haven't seen him over in a year. It made me realize how much we need each other. But why? Why did he leave me without warning? Why did he run? Another to be ahead again. But where did he go? Why hasn't he contacted me at all? More questions filled my head again, mopping my beautiful dream into a dark void of questions never to be answered again. I woke up startled, crying, sweating and crying. The window was open, of course. I quickly got up and checked all the camera footage. I fast forward until I saw something interesting. What I saw surprised me. It was the guy who keeps kissing me, the Bloody Painter. He was watching me as I slept. He stood there for 5 hours, just watching me, before kissing my head and leaving, eventually 2 minutes before I woke up. Why couldn't I have woken up earlier? I could have spoken to him face to face. More questions plagued my mind until I had to take a wake up to calm myself. I walked around the edge of the woods. I was walking about 10 minutes. My head down, I wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally bumped into someone. I went to apologize when I saw who it was. I couldn't bring myself to finish my thoughts. Bloody Painter, I asked, totally bewildered. Rachel, he spoke lowly. What do you want from me? Why do you keep kissing me? Or watching me when I sleep? I shouted at him. Rachel, I have one question. Do you remember me? He asked. Of course I do. You killed everyone in my dorm building except for me. Plus, you killed my parents. You're the one who keeps kissing me, I shouted at him once more. No. Do you remember me? He took off his mask, revealing his face. I haven't seen that face in over a year. Helen? Empty Promises, Chapter 5. It was Helen the entire time. How can I be so stupid? It was super obvious. When you think about it, he disappeared exactly when the killer arrived, with no goodbye or anything. God, I'm so stupid. I knew him better than anyone else. And for this godforsaken world, I should have been the first to figure it out. I wanted to greet him, but all that was inside me was boiling anger. Why the hell did you kill those innocent people? I screamed at him. Yeah, I know they were bullies to you, but a lot didn't have a reason to be killed. I should have helped you, though. Those psychotic thoughts, and yet you still desired to kill everyone. You left me with nobody. I'm alone in this world because of you. I have no one. I finished my rant. He was staring at me in shock. Rachel, he started. I cut him off. Just save your breath, Helen. If you're going to waste it, do it spectacularly somewhere else. I growled, seeing red, not thinking at all. I turned around and headed back towards my house. As I was walking, I was thinking about what I said. Why did I say those mean things? I meant a lot of it, though, even though I did take it a bit too far. Once I got back to my house, I sat down on my couch and thought about it once more. Before I even realized it, I was crying. I know what I said was true, but I said it was so harsh. He really didn't deserve half of it, but it had to be done now. There is no taking it back. I was left alone for about half an hour, calming myself down when I heard a knock at my door. I wiped my eyes dry and combed my hair with my fingers, quickly to loosen it a bit more presentable. Once I opened the door, I saw Helen standing there. I went to shut my door, but he held it open. What do you want, Helen? I asked, annoyed, clearly lacing in my voice. Look, I can explain. Is that all you have to say? I responded. If you were sure of any explanation, then explain. I crossed my arms, not expecting much. Well, after the Tom accident, I felt a rush, like I was born to hurt people, to kill them. I know you don't want to be hearing this because I know how much Tom meant to you. I mean, he was your brother. I couldn't help but stop myself. Looking sometimes taking over my body, it was like it was controlling me. I had this rush feeling again, so I killed everyone who ever picked on me. He explained. I was shocked, but I kept up the hard girl act. Okay, sure, that explains the bullies. But what about my parents? They didn't do anything to you. I accused him. Well, they started homeschooling you, which I didn't like at all. I never had a chance to see you, as you were pretty much never left your house. There was no way I could see you without them seeing me too. I wanted to see you so badly, so I did what I knew best. I killed them, he said, looking ashamed. But I wasn't done. So why you sneak into my room at night? Why don't you talk to me face to face like a normal person? I questioned him. Well, I didn't want you to reject me. I was scared that you would push me away, especially after all those things I did. He looked genuinely sad. I didn't know you were the killer who killed those people until you revealed yourself to me. I wouldn't have rejected you. You are my best friend, my only friend. You were there for me, I said softly up to him a bit more. I mean, reject me as a lover, Rachel. I loved you since the day you showed me your drawing, he confessed it. I was taken back. I didn't expect to hear that. Did I love him still? I never truly stopped, though. As time swept by together, I never stopped loving him. But can I still love him after everything he has done? The responsible answer should be no, but so much of me was screaming yes. I wanted to be with him so badly. I loved him so much. But I was willing to be with a murderer? Was I willing to lose everything? That I realized I truly had nothing less to lose. I love you too, Helen. I quietly stuttered. He smiled at me. I couldn't help but smile back. I felt a pair of cold arms on my waist. I instantly put my arms around his neck. I stared into his eyes. I felt myself getting lost into those beautiful blue pools of his eyes. When I noticed he started to lean in, I smiled and followed suit until his lip met mine. There was a slight metallic taste from the blood, but it did not bother me. We kissed and kissed until we had to stop. I shouldn't be doing this, I said, looking down. Why not? He asked, sounding heartbroken. You're a killer. I should be calling the cops. I raised my voice. But you're not. Look, I'm not going to harm you. I promise. You mean so much to me for any harm to come to you. I'd rather die than hurt you. He spoke softly while looking into my eyes. Promise? I asked nervously. Promise. He smiled. I couldn't help but smile back. Look, I need to go. I'll swear I'll see you again, but I need to get my head around stuff. I'm sorry. I apologized and left him go slowly and shutting the door. I felt bad for doing this. I knew I needed to clear my thoughts before committing this huge decision. Helen's point of view. I was confused. Why did she just do that? Why couldn't I just kill her? I've been able to kill everyone else, so why not her? I told Judge Angel about her, and she said I should just kill her. But every time I want to, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Whenever I see her, the bloodlust fades away. She knows I love her, but does she really love me? I mean, it's been over a year since she saw the real me. So why does her feelings still hold? I killed everyone I ever cared about, and yet they couldn't kill her. She's just another girl. One of the voices said to me, just kill her. No, I refuse to do it. I don't want to kill her. I physically shouted, trying to make them quiet. Come on. We all know you can do it. Just kill her already. They kept talking and talking, saying over and over, I need to kill her. No, I shouted loudly, running into the woods, hoping to get away. I started throwing rocks at the trees and branches bashing my head against the tree and rocks and over the voices to go away, but they didn't. I bashed my head until I started to bleed. I slowly made my way back to the old house I stayed at when I started to see black spots from my vision. Before I knew it, I called out for Angel and I collapsed. Time skip. Painter, you're awake anytime soon? Come on, wake up, I heard Angel practically yelling at me. I opened my eyes slowly to see Angel looming over me. Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to die. She gave a sigh of relief. Now, why would I go and die on you, I said, letting a small chuckle. Angel has been my best friend since the day of this ordeal. She helped me to get a grip of who I am and has been there for me for the past year. I couldn't stop thinking about what Rachel said. What if she doesn't contact me? What if we never really saw each other again? What if she does end up rejecting me? Could I kill her? Would that be a good thing? Yeah, that would be a good thing, Angel said, looking at me with a slight smirk. What are you talking about? I looked at her confused. You said that out loud, idiot. She laughed at me. I laughed a little, but I felt my cheeks heat up. If you are going to kill her, she'll be out of your mind forever. You can't just bump into her at all. You would be able to carry out your destiny, she tried to convince me. But I won't be able to deal the slight guilt that will bring with it. I sighed. Who said you will feel guilty? You haven't felt it yet. Why start now? A smirk plastered onto her face. She had a valid point. I never felt guilty for killing someone before. Why should I start now? I decided that I would go back to her room and end this ordeal for good.